Hello and good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another reading for you in the collective Cancer. Okay, it's going to be collective Cancer today, as I promised. I'll do a couple of zodiac signs just to narrow down the energies and see what we can find from this reading here around this portion in time for you, collective Cancer. Okay. It's going to be a collective reading, guys, as we normally do. And of course, I'm going to flip the cards, cut the deck, turn it around, pray, and then we'll get into the reading with a layer of base cards and then the clarifiers on the top to give us more clarity of the situation that Cancer might be in at this point and wants to know what to do, how to guide themselves. It's more of guidance for me with regards to the tarot reading that I normally do, right? So let's pray and let's get into the reading for you, collective Cancer. Universe, Source, my spirit. I have the collective Cancer with me in this reading. Please make me a clear channel to know what energies we are talking about. The Hanged Man comes out, so there is a lot of enlightenment at this point. Please make me a clear channel so that I can communicate with you and the audience or the people who are listening to this video for more guidance from your end. My divine angel, ancestor, my spirit world, please welcome into this reading for collective Cancer around this portion in time. Collective Cancer. Okay. Let's do 6 base cards in here, guys, and see what we get here at this point. For collective Cancer. If you want, you can fast forward these process of shuffling that I have to do in order to get the cards. But if you want to jump in later on, it's okay as I channel the energies for you. And then we can move with the clarifiers too, okay? Just so you know that it takes a little bit of a time to get the cards in the right place. I'll speak of the cards. I'll show you the cards once we come to the point so that you will figure things out better when we see the cards together, okay? Right now, I'm just laying out 6 cards. I'm not channeling anything at this point until I'm ready or I feel ready to start the reading for you. There is a lot of emotions showing up for you, Cancer, for sure. I normally, like I don't take two cards together because I feel one card is enough to give us the clarity of the situation here, okay? Joy and stability is at the base. Beautiful. Okay. So let's look for more clarifiers here. Please talk to me about this card here. Please talk to me about this card here. What about this card? Please talk to me about this card here. Please talk to me about this card here. I'm going to do the first top layer first, and then we'll go on from there onto the next part of the story, okay? All right. The first part is complete, guys, and we'll get into the reading. We'll start the reading right now as I channel the energies with you for you to understand what the situation is on the top, and then we'll take it from there, okay? So the first card out, guys, is dreams coming true. This is more like the Nine of Cups in the normal, usual tarot deck. When I say dreams coming true, it's like somebody is wishing for things to move, for things to happen. They have a lot of wish, or you have a lot of wish, which you are, it's there within you. And, you want to see that wish come true. Those are the dreams you're still holding with the wishes that you have, right? And you want that wish to be fulfilled. It's your wish. You're holding it, you're thinking about it, You want to see them come back to you in the right way. You want those dreams to be manifested. Basically, it is that, right? Now, with this card, the first card out is the Fool in the reverse. So, Spirit is saying, um, you're out of touch with your own spiritual understanding about this situation. You're probably not getting hold. You have the dreams, don't get me wrong, and you wish those dreams to come true, which is in you. You want them to come true. You want them to be with you, right? But at the same time, you could be foolish about that situation right now, right? You could be foolish about that situation right now because you are not in touch with your spiritual part of the story, right? So you could be a little bit reckless at this point, foolish, trying to push through to make those dreams come true for you, right? So you could be a little bit reckless, could be a little bit impulsive, because you are kind of pushing yourself without thinking in the right spiritual way. If it's the time for me to do that, right? So you could be a little bit, so watch out for this. Just because you have certain dreams doesn't necessarily mean that it has to come to you right now. But you could be in that energy where you're trying to push yourself, and that can lead you to do a lot of foolish and reckless things in your life. So you have to watch out, because then you have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Because there could be people out there who are perhaps not working with you, or they are not a part of your group. So you could be trying to manifest, and there is no reunion at this point, there is no celebration, but there are people out there, okay? So what Spirit is saying, that just because you have dreams, don't become reckless, because there is some kind of an obstruction in your life that can come from other people at this point, from outside sources. So if you try to push too hard through that situation, it might not work for you. So that could lead you to becoming more impulsive and reckless and foolish in trying to overcome this obstacle that you think is in your way. Now, whoever those people are, you know it better. But those are not people that you want to, there's no reunion, there is no celebration with them, but they are still there. So there are people out there. Now, who those people are for you, you perhaps know it better. But there are people out there who could be blocking your way. And that is a force that you have to reckon with at this point, where you want to make your dreams come true, but then in that process, you might end up doing something pretty impulsively bad or reckless or being foolish about that situation in your life. Okay, please talk to me about the Three of Cups in the reverse. So you might, doing something that pushes you out of your own spiritual self as well. Yeah, Death in the reverse. So what they're saying is you need to first internally align yourself here, right? You have to first understand that there is a particular group of people or community or so-called friends that you know, or strangers who you possibly know of, who might be in your way in stopping your dreams from coming true at this point in time. They might be saying, no, that's not right, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't go that side, and so on and so forth, or just putting an obstruction in your way at this point, right? And for which you have to have an internal closure. So first you have to internalize the whole situation, right? Before you do any, I mean, if you do anything reckless, it's not going to give you result. If you go shout at them, yell at them, scream at them, fight with them, it's not going to give you any result. No way. You're not going to get anywhere with that situation. So the first thing that you need to do, this is Spirit's advice to you, is give yourself an internal closure. Tell yourself that you don't need to interact with those people. You don't need that group of people or the circle of so-called friends or relatives or strangers or anybody in your life. So you have to first accept the fact in yourself that you need to close that particular chapter and accept the fact that you don't want them in your life, right? So that's where Spirit is saying that whatever you're trying to do with your dreams, you will be obstructed. But if you try to fight against that group of people or those group of people, you won't get anywhere. So first you have to negate them out of your system, right? Internal closure means you are negating them out, you are pushing them out of your own system. That's important. Okay, now the next card out here, guys, let's see here, is talking about coming together. So there is a situation in your life that at this point in time, right, there could be other people who could be stopping you from moving in together with somebody you love or being together with somebody you adore, right? Or you want to be a part of that person's life, or that person wants to be a part of your life, right? Coming together. It's like the Two of Cups. It's a pact. It's a partnership of love, of understanding, of compassion, of everything that you have within two people that should normally be there, right? But for which you have to first close and tell yourself that you will have to negate those third party or other people out of your situation for you to manifest something beautiful in your life with the person that you want to be with. Okay, that's like the Two of Cups coming together, right? Learning, holding things together, improving situations together, making things work together, not by force, but with love, with compassion, with kindness, with understanding. That's very important, right? So the first clarifier on this says the Ace of Wands. So there is some kind, or there can be some kind of a new beginning in this situation for you, right? Where somebody could be giving you some good advice, giving you some good directions towards that particular situation once you negate the bad people out of your life, right? That's when something new will start to bloom. Somebody can come forward and say, hey, do this or do that, or, work yourself in this situation in this way. Some kind of good advice, good direction, a new beginning, a new creative endeavor, right? Somebody could be very creatively telling you how you can manifest that situation, being very creative by themselves, right? The Queen of Wands. And this could be a person in your life. It can be anybody. It can be anybody. It can be a person you love. It can be your boss. It can be somebody you know who is very feisty, takes immediate action, likes to take action, knows how to balance situations in their life, right? But is an action queen, loves to take action over situations in their life. They don't like to sit without taking action, right? Then you have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. But there is a block with her. And what is the block? The block is that she is emotionally insecure about a situation in your life. She's not completely sure about a situation that you perhaps want to move forward to, or that perhaps she wants to move forward to. It can be anything. So something is bothering the Queen of Wands. She's not a happy camper at this point. She is not taking, because you see, there could be a new beginning here. And she could be the person giving you that direction. And that can, like I said, can be your sister, can be your mother, can be your friend, can be your boss, can be anybody, or it can be you, Cancer. It also could be you, but you perhaps are not feeling completely assured about this situation of coming together with somebody, because somewhere you could be emotionally insecure about your own happiness, the 10 of Cups, whether you're going to be completely satisfied in this situation. You're not sure. Okay. You want it, let me put it that way. You definitely want it, but emotionally you are feeling insecure about this satisfaction part of the story. So you're not completely sure about this situation as of now. Okay. Now the next card out, Spirit says rest and reconsider. Okay, it's like the 9 of Swords kind of an energy, where you're going through a lot of internal work, but you need to take time off, right? It's number 9. You need to take time off. You need to give it a good thought. You need to understand if this is going to work for you. Because, like I said, you are not emotionally certain about this situation, whether if you take that leap of faith with somebody that you want to, right? Whether that's going to bring you back your complete happiness, right? So you have to be rest assured that you take your time and think things through, Cancer. It's very important, okay? Page of Pentacles, right? You want to manifest something new. You definitely want to either make an offer, give an offer, but it is also the time to hear your own intuition. With rest and reconsider, go through your own intuitive self. Understand whether it is the time to start manifesting a situation that possibly you haven't been able to manifest, with the 8 of Swords in the reverse that says you have to first clear your mind of any kind of toxicity or negativity that has been with you from the past. Right? Until you can clear the past in yourself, Cancer, until you can go out of that situation and put it to rest, you will not be able to hear yourself well, because every time you tap into your intuition, that we normally all of us do, right, when our subconscious mind is more active, the subconscious will constantly keep reminding you of all the wrong things that has happened to you in the past. So first and foremost, in order to do something new, guys, you will have to clear yourself from all the toxicity and the negativity that had been a part of your story from the past. That's very important. Why? Because it's time for a decision. So you will not be able to take a decision in the right way, because you have to rest and reconsider something very important in your life, but you will not be able to take the right decision if you are still holding back things from your past. Things that have caused you agony, things that have given you trouble, things that have made you very sad, right? So you have to put that to rest first, because it's an important time coming up in your life where a decision has to be made with regards to some kind of a commitment in your life. A commitment that can concern your home, your family, your love, relationship, and your safety and security, right? Something that you will have to take a decision on, right? But Spirit says the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. But at this point in time, there is a block to the whole story. You will not be able to move forward at this point in time, however hard you try. However hard you try. So therefore, a decision will have to be made over this situation, because right now, like I said, right now, you will not be able to move forward with this situation in your life, right? So it is up to you whether you still want to be in that situation or you want to get out of that situation, right? So this will be the decision that you will have to make with regards to some kind of a commitment in your life that concerns your home, your love relationship, your safety, and your security, because there is a block at this point in time, right? And the block could be because of many reasons. The block could be because you are not in a position to do anything new at this point. The block could be because you don't have enough in your pocket to make things happen right away. Do you follow? So there could be n number of reasons why there is a block, but universe is stopping you at this point in time from moving forward in this situation, right? So the decision will have to be made over this situation of whether you want to continue holding on this situation or whether you want to take an exit from this situation. Okay. Now let's go forward, guys. Wait a second for me to get the cards out. Please talk to me about this card here. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a tough decision for you guys, is what I'm getting at this point in time. But again, at the end of the day, whatever the decision will be, yes or no, you will not be able to really move forward, even if it is something that you badly want at this point, right? So again, like I said, it'll be your call whether you want to stay put in that situation and remain stagnant for a period in time, or if you want to make a quick exit from there, knowing that this situation is not going to really give you any result as of now. Okay? I mean, that's what the story is around this portion in time. To me about this card here. Because what I'm getting, guys, is that this decision will be a big decision in your life. Please talk to me about the Four of Wands. Hold on, let me just clarify this one for you. Please talk to me about the Four of Wands. It also could be for some people purchasing of a new home, right? It's a big decision in your life, but again, you don't have the money right now for the purchase. It can be anything for anyone. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough call on this situation, because you might have somebody, like I said, in your life who is there, but around this portion in time, you're not being able to do much with that story, is what I'm getting. Okay. So, like I said, this portion is very clear that you have to clean and clear your mind first in order for your decision to be right for you. The judgment has to be right. Because if you take a wrong call at this point, it's going to give more trouble. And that's exactly what Spirit is saying with the Three of Swords on top of the Four of Wands. There could be a lot of pain with this situation if you take a wrong decision here, guys. Right? So you have to be very careful, because around this portion in time, you are not going to move forward with anything, or you will not be able to move forward with anything. But what it will cause in return, because you're not being able to move forward, is a lot of pain and sorrow and grief, which will be happening because there is also a reason for it. It's because you need to learn some lessons too. Excuse me. Right? You will need to learn some lessons from this situation. So that is where you have to watch for this situation. It also could be for some of you that universe or spirit, whoever it is stopping you because they want you to go through that experience of learning. For some, it also could be that they have put you in a tight spot, in a tight situation, right? But they are not letting you move forward with that situation, because there is some kind of lessons for you to learn from that kind of a marriage, a commitment, a relationship that concerns your safety, security, even your financial wealth, right? So you will have to understand and take decision based on this situation here. Like I said, whether you want to stay there and keep learning the lessons, which probably will happen sooner or later, or whether before this pain and grief and sorrow happens, you want to make an exit from that situation. That call will be totally yours, guys. Okay, but there will be, if you are there will be a lot of learning lessons that will take place eventually in your situation here, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, now the next card out, guys, is this. It's like the Seven of Pentacles, awaiting result. So there is something that you will be waiting for, right? It's not going to be there with you right away, but it's something that you are growing, learning to understand, and waiting for that result to happen. Awaiting result. It's the Seven of Pentacles, where slowly you're coming to the point of making a turning point in your life, a new start. With a seven, it's always very spiritual, right? Seven is a very spiritual number in the tarot deck, right? So awaiting results. So there will be a situation where you will possibly have to wait for results to happen. The three of wand, yeah, it's again waiting, right? It's again waiting for the time to come. Something moving towards you. Because, like I said, there could be a situation that is stopping you from moving forward. So now you might have to put everything in the back burner and start fresh again. For some, I'm even getting that, right? For which you will have to wait again. It's not going to happen right away for you. Like, even if you make an exit, you won't get anything back right away. That's what Spirit is saying. You will have to wait for that time to come to you. With the Three of Wands, you have to wait for the ships to sail into your harbor. It will come, but it will take time, right? It will take time, which might cause a lot of anxiety in your situation, in your mind. Lot of grief, lot of anxiety that can happen from this situation because you're waiting for something and it's not moving towards. It's taking time. It's moving, but it's coming at its own pace, not in the pace that you want it to happen. So that might cause a lot of, anxiety in your situation where you feel that you have a lot of work to do still and you're not being able to do everything at the same time, with the world in the reverse, right? That you have a lot of work. If things don't move, you want things to move quicker in your case, but if things don't move that quick, then you feel, oh my God, I'm lacking behind in so much of things I still have to do, and I know that I have not done it, but yet I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, right? And the waiting is not getting over, right? And so that might cause a lot of frustration in your life, with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse that says clearly that there is a situation in your life that concerns your home or a domestic situation in your life that is not in the rightful place. There are a lot of disturbances there, a lot of problems over there in that situation. It could be a family or a home affair for you. It can also concern your extended member of the family, right? Whoever it is who are very kind of closely connected with your life is not in the rightful place. That situation is not in the rightful place, right? Which is where there is still a lot of work to be done, and you're feeling frustrated that things are not moving in the way that you want it to move. You still have to wait for things to be normalized, right? After which, the Six of Swords, right? After which, you will be able to move. But you have to finish everything. You have to finish what is there in your life. And that is going to take you a while. It's going to take you a minute, as normally I say. It's not going to happen in the way you want it to happen. It's going to take you a minute, right? So therefore, after which you will be free to offload all the baggages that you have been carrying with regards to the Five of Wands, with regards to a lot of challenges in your life, right? A lot of challenges that has been blocking your path as well for some, where there has been conflict, where there has been, petty fights, argument, anything that was stopping you from moving forward, from which there has been no result. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, right? So therefore, awaiting results. So therefore, there is something that is not in the rightful place. You have to wait for things to become normal. That's what Spirit is saying here, right? You have to give it time, the Three of Wands. You have to give it time. You have to keep holding your horses, guys. It's going to take a minute, because there are a lot of things in your life where you have been anxious, guilt, anxious, depressed. For some, even have not been able to sleep well in the night, thinking that, oh my God, I've got a lot of work to do because my family situation is not in the rightful place, or people in my family are not doing well, or the extended family members, there is some situation that is not in the rightful place, which also includes money, maybe for some of you in the family, right? So, therefore, all the burden and responsibility is upon your shoulder. But again, like I said, you have not been able to move. The Six of Swords, right? You could have moved after having settled this conflict for some, after having taken care of the business that you have not been able to finish. There is a possibility you could move, but you possibly cannot at this point in time because of a lot of conflict again that will arise where there will be no result except the conflict. There will be no positive outcome from this situation here, right? So even if you try to move, the conflict will happen and there will be no positive outcome. So you guys will take a minute, hold your horses, and wait for the right time to come back in your life. That's the story here, guys. Okay. Simply love. Wow. The Six of Cups, right? Again, lot of emotions. It could be a soulmate energy. It can be anything, but there is, a love in the air, right? More so with the Six of Cups kind of an energy where somebody could be very kind, considerate, loving towards somebody else at this point in time, right? Um, is taking care of somebody else, is looking after someone else, right? Doing the needful, being very considerate because there is so much of emotions attached with somebody in your life at this point in time as well, right? Where the Two of Swords in the reverse says, but at the same time, someone is very confused or over confused over this situation. Over this situation with the Three of Pentacles, right? What are they confused about? They are confused whether it's going to be ever a teamwork, right? Whether they are going to get help, whether people are going to come forward and say, okay, let's do this thing together. They are not sure, though they want to, but they are not sure if that's going to happen, right? Where somebody will come forward and say, okay, I'm going to take care of your child, for example. I'm going to look after the children when you're gone, or you're doing something else, or you're busy, right? But that's where your confusion is, or you're over confused over the situation. Whether that situation will ever manifest as a part of your team or teamwork or collaboration, where there could be joy, there could be victory in this situation, but that has been only a dream that you have been dreaming about and have been deceiving yourself. It's not going to happen. If you are thinking, I'm going to come back to this because the star is in the reverse. Okay, so some of you guys could be wishing for a situation, like I said, where you want to be a part of somebody's life, take care of their children, or you are looking after, or somebody is looking after your child or your needs while you are busy doing something else. It's a very affectionate kind of a situation for you. That's what you want. But you're not sure about this situation. If somebody will agree with this teamwork, whether they will come together and say, okay, let's be a team together, let's do things together, let's make things happen together. You're not sure if you're going to get that help from that person or that situation to nurture things and make it happen, right? You're not sure. But you believe that there will be joy in that situation. You wanted to bring victory in that situation, Cancer. You wanted to go forward and do the right things because you want victory and success over this situation in your life, even though you are confused over that in your logical energy, whether that at all can happen, right? But passionately, action wise, you want that success. or you wanted that success in your life. So you are ready for that success. But Seven of Swords in the reverse says there is a block. You had deceived somebody before, or somebody had deceived you before over this victory, right? Over this victory and success in your life, or you have deceived yourself that you can bring back success and victory over that situation, where the star in the reverse says that some of you could be feeling drained over this situation as well at this point in time. Okay, because like I said, this could have happened in the past for you, where suddenly you remembered, or suddenly things change, and there could be that part of the story coming back to you where you're not sure if you can achieve that victory once again. Because if you go forward and then you feel that, oh my God, I have done it all wrong, it's a deceit in yourself, that you have not taken things into consideration for yourself, and you have deceived yourself as well in thinking that you are on the horse and you can bring back success in your life the way you want to, right? And then all of a sudden you discover, oh my God, that did not happen, or that was not the thing that I had thought or perceived to be true. And then you will feel that you have cheated yourself in the situation. You have deceived your own self, which will definitely bring you down energy, which will bring your energy level down, and you will start feeling very, very low. Okay, so therefore, again, like Spirit is saying, you're confused, you're over confused over this teamwork. But then because you want success, you want to go ahead. But don't cheat yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. Don't be delusional over this situation. Think before you take action, right? Don't be delusional over this situation. Think before you take action, or else you will suffer. Or else you will go through a period of, through a very hard period in your life in terms of your energy level. So therefore, the last card says, listen. Listen, Cancer. This is the time to do a lot of intuitive work in your life. Don't just go forward with something in your life that you are not completely clear about, is the message. You have to be very, very attentive to your own intuition and learning. Please talk to me about listen. Pay attention to everything, inside, outside, to yourself, because otherwise you might end up doing something drastically wrong where you will be completely in a problem. So before you take any action, before you jump into any kind of a situation, please, guys, listen. Listen. Think, listen. Don't just jump. Don't just jump. Okay? The Seven of Wands in the reverse. Hold on. Don't fight your listening ability anymore. Don't put barriers in yourself. Oh, don't have selective hearing. Don't have selective hearing. Have your blinders up. Please talk to me about the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, see the sun. Have your blinders up, guys. Okay. Because there could be a lot of situation in your life where you have to pay extra attention and be very, very careful over many things in your life that at this point may seem, oh, it's okay if I move forward, if I do this, if I do that. But at the end, you will feel that you have been cheated out of your own success, or you have cheated yourself. That's the feeling, right? You have done things wrong, which will immediately pull you down. So you have to be very, 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 very careful around this portion in time, is what I'm getting, Cancer. Okay, hold on, guys. Because there could be a situation, like I told you, that somebody could be taking advantage of you around this portion in time. They could be making big promises to you. They could be telling you a lot of things, good stuff, but watch out. Listen, keep your blinders up. Don't just fall in, don't become a prey to any kind of situation around this portion in time. Okay, listen, don't put barriers up. Don't put barriers up. Don't have selective hearing at this point. Don't have selective hearing, because only then you will get the enlightenment. Only when you open up your ears and your faculties in the right possible way, you will be enlightened about the situation. And don't put barriers, because when you put barriers up, you have selective hearing. So you only want to hear what you want to hear. Don't do that, because a lot of things are going around you. So you have to keep your ears and eyes and your mind open, right? Without any barriers, to let things flow in, and only then you will have your enlightenment at this point. This is where you have to invest or overinvest. You have to overinvest on this enlightenment and your understanding at this point, right? You have to put an extra time and effort in this situation here. Very important, right? The Hierophant in the reverse, because there could be somebody in your life, or it could be you, who is trying to break away from their own belief system of what they had understood previously about situations in their life where they had not been able to bring about a turning point in their life. So the belief system in your case could be a problem. So you have to understand what it is and invest extra time and energy into understanding and getting enlightenment about the whole situation, right? Because that could eventually, what it will do is it will break your own belief system, where you will understand a lot of things better. It will free you from your hard and fast rules in life, where earlier you had not been able to bring about a turning point in your life, and you had got stuck. And you had got stuck because you were not enlightened around that portion in time, because you might possibly have had selective hearing, right? Where you had put up barriers against people telling you anything you didn't want to hear, good or bad. But right now, Spirit is saying, if you want to listen to the right thing, then don't have selective hearing, please. That's when you invest your time, or put extra time, extra effort in your understanding, which in turn is going to free you from your own traditional belief system in life, where earlier you had got stuck and you had not been able to take a turn, right? So it's very important at this point in time, Cancer. Pay attention to yourself, pay attention to things that you hear and see. Don't just swallow things that people tell you and say, yes, 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 let's do it. No, use your own mind, use your own intellect, use your own intelligence to ascertain that whatever you're going to do is the right thing for you, or else you will feel cheated out of the whole story. And that would not be anybody's fault, but your own fault, Cancer, right? So you have to be very, very, very cognitive about your own situation around this portion in time. Okay, enjoy this reading, guys. Please leave me any comment if you have to, and I'll see you soon enough. Till then, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.